Satan comes here to bring these 3 Ds. The first one was to bring division. The second one was to bring doubt. And the third one was to bring denial. The serpent had said to her, she had said what the rule was, you shall not eat of the tree that is in the middle of the garden, neither shall you touch it lest you die. But the serpent said, verse 4, to the woman, you will not surely die. He denies what God said. You will not surely die. That's not what's going to happen. Verse 5, for God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you'll be like God, knowing good and evil. So when this woman saw that the tree was good for food, that it was a delight to the eyes, and that the tree was desired to make one wise, she took of its fruit and ate. And she also gave some to her husband who was with her, and he ate. So Satan came first trying to divide the family. Second, he came to try to cast doubt upon what God had said. And third one, he flat out denies that what God said was true. Why? Because he wanted to destroy the family. The very same tactics, by the way, that he uses today. He comes in and he brings these same 3 tools that he has in his toolbox. He says, I want to come bring division to the family. I want to start to bring doubt. I want to bring suspicion into relationships. I want the husband questioning the wife and the wife questioning the husband. I want the parents against kids and kids against parents, because as long as they're focused on those relationships and there's animosity, they're not going to focus on building up God's kingdom, and they're not going to be able to get along. Because ultimately, if Jesus isn't at the center of the relationship, it's never going to work anyway. He says, as long as there's friction, they're not focusing on putting Jesus at the center, and society's not going to flourish, because this is the main building block for all of society. Which means we have to do something about this, and we have to do something about this right now. Point number 2 is this: the best time to transform your family is today. Can you imagine the pain that would have been avoided? The suffering, the death that would have been avoided had Adam and Eve at that point said, no, let's deal with this now. Let's not put this off. Let's not wait. Let's deal with this stuff now. And for most of us, we say, man, I know our family could get better. It's not terrible right now. I know it could get better, but right now life is busy. Right now there's a lot going on. If I can just get through this week, next week's going to slow down a whole lot more. How many of y'all have ever said that before? And how many realize, man, next week life got a whole lot busier? Like, life doesn't slow down. News for us all, it's not going to happen. We have to be intentional about developing our family relationships right now. It has to be purposeful. It has to be our desire to say, man, right now I want to deal with this. I can't change the past. There are a lot of times I wish I could. I wish I could go back and relive choices I made 20 years ago and say, I wish I hadn't done that. I wish I'd go back and fix relationships that have been severed. And sometimes it's still possible. And sometimes those relationships are now gone. Those people are now gone. I wish I'd go back and change the past. I can't. It might make today a little bit more challenging. But if I don't deal with it today, it's going to make tomorrow exponentially harder. I can't change the past. But for everyone here, our family legacy begins today. Our legacy is defined by anything from this point on. And so we have to commit right now to say, hey, I want to do my best to begin that family legacy right now.